All right, so get this, today's deep dive, ammo shop management. Yeah, you heard that right. I gotta be honest, when I hear ammo shop, I'm picturing like dusty shelves, faded John Wayne posters, you know the vibe.
Oh, classic image for sure. But get ready to ditch those preconceptions. We're going deep, uncovering the surprisingly complex world behind those counters.
Complex, huh? Okay, color me intrigued. Our guide for this deep dive is RoleCatcher. They're like this gold mine of career info, guides, interview tips. But what really grabbed me, their take on ammo shop management. It's more than just knowing the difference between your bullets, right?
Way more. RoleCatcher pulls back the curtain on a job that needs like this blend of super specific knowledge and some seriously transferable skills. And those regulatory complexities they keep mentioning, that's where it gets interesting.
Let's unpack that. Honestly, at first glance, regulatory complexities doesn't exactly scream dream job.
Might sound dry,
Yeah.
but trust me on this. We're not just talking about like arranging stock. Ammo shop managers, they're on the front lines of a whole web of local, state, even federal regulations, and they change all the time. Background checks, how you even store the stuff, restrictions on certain ammo types. It's a lot.
Wow. So you need a head for details and you got to be constantly learning. Not exactly entry-level stuff. What about customer service in a place like that? Different skill set, I imagine.
Oh, totally. RoleCatcher gets into this, and it's fascinating. Think about it. Your customers are passionate about firearms, right? So active listening, clear communication. Those aren't just suggestions. They're like your survival kit.
Customer service, but on hard mode. I can only imagine those conversations could get a little lively.
For sure. That's why RoleCatcher is all about conflict resolution skills. Picture this. You've got a customer, they're dead set on a specific type of ammo, but maybe there are legal restrictions, or you're just plain out. You're not just calming a situation down, you're navigating strong opinions, sensitive topics.
Okay, so we're talking calm under pressure. You've got to be the Zen master, even when the topic is, well, kind of explosive. And this is all before we even get to the ammo itself. I'm guessing it's not just knowing your way around a gun safe.
You got it. RoleCatcher makes it clear. Knowing your calibers, your gauges, the whole ammo spectrum, that's crucial. But for those of us who wouldn't know a .22 from a .50 rack caliber, maybe a little breakdown.
Of course, so a .22 caliber, that's your like classic starter ammo, right? Smaller, often used for target practice, maybe plinking some cans, small game hunting if you're into that.
Right.
But a .50 caliber, we're talking serious firepower.
Oh yeah, whole different ball game. Larger game, long-range rifles, not your average backyard planking, that's for sure.
Definitely not. So as an ammo shop manager, you're not just stocking shelves. You're advising, educating, making sure people are using the right tool for the job, so to speak. Speaking of which, remember how RoleCatcher highlighted those career paths? It's not just about being the ammo guru behind the counter forever, is it?
Nope, it's bigger than that. They lay out these potential career paths. You could start as an assistant, work your way up, maybe even manage your own place someday.
So there's room to grow.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And it's not even limited to just ammo shops. RoleCatcher talks about how these skills translate. Retail management, sporting goods, the whole 9 yards.
Okay, so potential for a long-term career here. Not too shabby. But there's one more thing RoleCatcher mentioned that I got to ask about. They talked about technology changing the game. Now, I don't know about you, but I don't usually picture ammo shops at the cutting edge of tech.
Right. More like old school cash register vibes, maybe.
Exactly.
But think about it. This stuff's got to be tracked, managed. It's not as simple as it used to be. RoleCatcher's point is that even this industry is going digital. Inventory software, online marketing, the works.
Wow, so even the ammo world's going high-tech. Targeted ads for hollow points, you think?
Not sure about the ethics of that one.
Fair point. Fair point. Maybe we'll leave that to the marketing gurus. But speaking of ethics, RoleCatcher doesn't sugarcoat the tough stuff, do they? Their pros and cons list. It's real talk and not always pretty.
And that's huge. For anyone actually considering this as a job, it's easy to romanticize it, right?
Yeah.
But RoleCatcher lays it out. Yeah, high demand, good income potential, but also inherent risks. You're dealing with, well, ammo, plus those regulations constantly changing.
And let's not forget those ethical dilemmas we talked about. What happens when a customer sets off alarm bells, or something just feels off, goes against your gut, heavy stuff?
Definitely. RoleCatcher wants you prepared for those situations. Going in with eyes wide open, it's more than just a job. You're dealing with something that has real-world consequences.
No doubt about that. So after all this, if you had to pick the top 3 qualities someone needs to actually thrive in this kind of job, what would they be?
Ooh, top 3, huh? Okay, so number 1 has got to be a cool head. Seriously. You got potentially dangerous stuff Customers who are super passionate, and the law changing faster than well, you get it. Staying calm, especially when things get tense, that's key.
Makes sense. You need the patience of a saint and the ability to, like, talk someone off the ledge but make it look easy. What's next?
Adaptability,
Yeah.
100%. This industry doesn't sit still. New products, new laws, even just new ways to sell stuff online. You can't roll with the punches. You're going to get left behind.
It's like survival of the fittest, but for ammo. Right. Okay, so cool head, adaptable. Last one, gotta have it quality for someone running an ammo shop.
This one seems obvious, but honestly,
Mm.
a real genuine commitment to responsible selling. It's bigger than just making a sale. You gotta understand what you're dealing with, the impact it can have.
That's a heavy one.
It is, but RoleCatcher's right on the money with this one. A responsible ammo shop manager. They're not just selling a product, they're building a culture around it. Safety, awareness, the whole deal.
So it's not just knowing the stuff, it's making sure it ends up where it should, used the way it should be. That's a lot of weight on your shoulders.
It is, and it takes, knowing the law inside and out, being ethical, and honestly, sometimes having tough conversations, even if it means losing a sale.
Wow. I started this whole thing picturing like creaky floors and those little bells that ring when you open the door. I had no clue how much goes into it.
That's the beauty of these deep dives, right? We think we know something, and then bam, whole new perspective.
Truth. But before we go, remember that question we asked earlier? RoleCatcher's all about staying ahead of the curve, so here's something to chew on. What's going to shake up the ammo shop world in the next 5 years? Drones delivering bullets? Gun safes that read your fingerprint? Who knows? The future is a wild place.
Now, that's something to think about.
It is. Keep those minds sharp, everyone. Until next time, happy diving.